so we're back in the studio.
Stu.
In the stew. Thank you guys for being patient. I know we literally just like first episodes out and then we're like, hey guys, we're done for a week.
We're on vacation.
Well, I mean, whose fault is that though?
It's yours.
Yeah,
Peter.
it's mine.
Yeah.
Thanks a
Get off
lot.
my back,
Right.
guys. But so we're back. We are recording on the 23rd. This is the episode for the 25th. And I know I don't know if you guys know, but we record episodes 10 days in advance to give us, a lot of time to go through it, edit it, best possible content. And that was going to be the situation for this Tuesday. But we tried. We tried doing it remote. Me and Joe did it in our house.
And we failed.
Yeah, it was so bad. It was terrible.
It was doggy dukes.
It was like we literally recorded an entire hour in like...
Longer than that.
Yeah, because we had to record longer because we had to cut so much stuff out that we're like, we just had to have some buffer time. And then at the end of it, we got off the FaceTime call. And I said to Joe, I'm like, yo, that was terrible.
Yeah.
And then you texted me saying like, we just got to scrap it.
Well, we were actually going to go through with it and just be like, all right, well,
And
that's
just
what
say,
we
well,
have,
this is, it is what it is.
And then we're
but-
like, that's not why we're doing this.
No, right.
Because
Exactly.
if we're not happy with putting it out, we don't expect like you guys to be happy with what we put
it's
out,
like music too. Same thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like I can't just put out something where I'm like, oh, I don't like this at all. Like, I can't do that. So I trust me, I get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's why I texted you and I was like, I'm not happy with this.
Yeah.
You know?
So, but it is the 23rd. This is the episode for the 25th. So that means
It means Joe's gonna get the fucking
everyone,
work.
everyone give a clap for Joe. Everyone watching, give a clap for Joe because he's going to edit.
Don't
this.
clap for yourself.
Selfish. don't. He'll edit this in 2 days and try to get it out. He's literally like, hey, we're recording this at 2:00 on Sunday. You have to get this edited and out by 6 a.m. on Tuesday. So good luck.
After working
All-nighters.
full-time on
After
Monday.
working full time on Monday, but I believe in him. He'll get it done. So we're gonna record.
You're gonna be working coal hours for the next 2 days, bro.
Exactly.
It's gonna be. I feel bad.
So
It is what it is.
Today we're recording this episode, and we're recording next week's episode today too. Right? Yeah.
Back
So
to back.
anyway,
You know what we were gonna do? We were gonna like change clothes and act like it was a different day, but we just told you guys. So
Why lie to the people? you
right,
know?
yeah.
Well, no,
That's a
I think
great
we need to wear like different clothes anyway because it just kind of helps like clips and people.
We'll just change hats. I got
I have a
guys.
sweatshirt.
I got a lot of hats.
Yeah,
over
I have a
there.
sweatshirt.
I'm not gonna pull up one of those hats.
But Cole, I mean, you wear the same shirt every day anyway.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
don't really
like-
think it matters. Guys, we got to get to the intro music. We're not even started. It's been 5 minutes and we're not even at the intro music. So
That's all right.
The
Hit-
intro
Oh.
Easily distracted.
Dibs. What the f?
First shout out. I said on the first episode I wanted people's work shirts, and my good buddy Sean Collins, who's in the Air Force Academy, sent me this Air Force Academy.
And it already has a stain in it.
Yeah, Sean.
Was that from you or
no,
was
it was
that
from Sean?
Yeah,
So
I was gonna say because we went for breakfast this morning, but I didn't see
but
you
I didn't
having.
take it off. Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I didn't see that stain when you first got it.
No, it was there when I got here. Anyway, Sean, you have some explaining to do, but thank you for sending me this shirt. If you guys want to send me your work shirts, because I just want a bunch of people's like work shirts, please make sure they're clean, Sean. And
Wash them before
yeah,
you.
wash. Obviously, he probably washed before
Yeah.
he sent it, but yeah, wash them. I'm in XL. I just want people's work shirts.
They don't care what size you are. They're just gonna send you.
We're gonna set up a
Why
PO
would
box.
you say that? Sorry.
What, you think they're gonna send me like a small shirt?
Well, don't be picky. I mean, if you want a shirt,
And if you want to send me a shirt that I'm not gonna wear on the podcast, then send me a
just
small.
he'll hold it up. You know.
No, the purpose. I'm not collecting them, and like I'm not a serial killer. I'm
I
not
didn't-
collecting people's work shirts.
All right.
But
moving on.
What I'm saying is no. But what I'm saying is like, well, we're gonna set up a PO box soon. So if you actually want to do that and you don't know who I am, I'm not gonna give you my address. So we'll set up a PO box soon. If enough people are willing to send me their work shirts, I will set up a PO box and you can just send it to that. So all that information will be soon.
Yeah. Send Joe love letters and send me
Dick pics.
debit cards.
Oh yeah, can you talk? Do you want to talk about
Yeah,
how your
definitely.
debit card got
yeah,
hacked?
for sure. So as you guys know, go to Dunkin' every day.
Every day.
Get the same order every day.
Not
That's
good for your cholesterol.
no, that's a very important part to the story though. And I went to Dunkin' this one day, and I went to work, normal day, and I checked my phone, like my bank, and it said like minus like $90 from Dunkin', and I was like, okay, well obviously there's a mistake here because I've never ordered anything over $20 from Dunkin'.
I don't think it's possible to spend $90.
Yeah, I don't either. Right? Yeah. So I went in the next day, and the manager was like, I was being super nice too. I was like, I hate to do this. Could I like speak to your manager? Like I felt like a real Karen, but like it was $90.
Huge
Right,
caring moment
Yeah,
for you.
yeah. So I said to her, I was like, hey, so there's been a mistake in my, in the payment of this, but whatever. And she was so defensive. Call your bank. Just call your bank. And like, I was like, okay, lady, like I'm gonna call my bank. Like, getting so mad. So I go into work. I'm calling my bank. I don't even know why I'm listening to her, but I am. And my bank was like, okay, so you could do one of two things. You could go back there and complain a little bit more, and then they're going to give you a refund or a gift card, whatever. So then he was like, all right, if you don't want to do that, we're going to call this fraud, and we're going to cancel your card. So I'm like, okay, if I get the refund, like, screw it. Cancel it, I didn't realize how hard it would be to live 1 week without a debit card. I didn't realize I need it for everything.
Oh yeah, because you can't even use like Apple Pay at that point because it's canceled.
Yeah, bro, I felt like I was off the grid. I pulled out cash from the bank. I had to make it last all week.
I mean, can we be honest though? I mean, you would use up that $90 gift card from Dunkin'.
Yeah.
I feel like you could have just walked in and asked for a $90 gift card.
I tried showing them my bank thing, and they were like,
well, the
fact
that
they weren't having it.
The fact that they were already defensive about it, why would you go back and be like, can I have a gift card, please?
Yeah. Yo,
Well,
honestly,
no, just be like, can I put it in a gift card?
I'm going to put her on blast so hard right now. She is just an ass. Like, because
Dunkin', if you're listening, Dunkin' corporate, fire this girl.
Yeah, no, but dude, like every time I go in, she's always like New England about just like always in a super rush, and I'm like, lady, slow down, like breathe, woman, breathe. And it makes me so anxious when I see her like throwing the food in my car, and I'm like, oh my god, woman, you're gonna kill me with this. Like, I'm agitating.
Yeah,
agitating.
Oh, really?
I'm already pissed off.
I thought you were super calm about it.
No,
by you telling the story.
No, so aggravating, dude. I may have been a little bit over exaggerating her throwing the food.
Well, because you hadn't had your Dunkin' yet.
I mean, if she's the manager, she's probably stressed too because all places, like they're understaffed. You know,
I'm stressed every day, but I don't act like a jackass.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
No, I know.
Like, Peter, really?
I think you're a nice guy.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I know. I like how we can lock eyes now. I mean, sorry guys. Anyway,
So Bob Saget passed away.
Bob Saget passed away. That's heartbreaker. Yeah.
Dude, it makes me laugh. Well, you know what? I'm surprised because I was expecting so many more people to be like all over social media, like, oh, I'm heartbroken. But like, honestly, I only knew him from Full House. So like, I'm not going to sit here and act like he was like a huge, it's devastating.
He was a
Don't
huge
get me wrong.
influence and
Right,
stuff
right.
like that, yeah.
But it's like, he was a comedian and all this and like, but people didn't know until he passed away. Like people, because like people forgot about him after Fuller
Oh,
House.
I follow him on Instagram. Or I followed him.
Do you?
But yeah, I did, but like
You don't follow him anymore?
well, no, I still do, but
I was
it's
going
not
to say,
like
what do you think
he's not active on
he's dead.
Right, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Like,
He's
how
not
rude.
He's not active. Yeah, I got to work on the numbers.
Right.
Yeah, no, he's not like active on Instagram. Like I still follow like
Of course he's not active on Instagram.
I know, but what I mean is like I still follow like
Well,
Juice WRLD.
I
I
think
mean,
you-
his mom took over his account though. Juice WRLD's mom.
I thought you were talking about Bob Saget's mom.
No.
I was gonna ask like how old she was.
I have no idea. I know nothing. But like same thing though is I only know Bob Saget from Full House.
Right.
Really, and he was the first host of America's
America's
Funniest Home Videos too.
Yep,
He was
that's
the OG
right.
host,
Yep.
but-
Yeah, he was good with that.
Yeah. So, but kids these days don't know about Full House really,
They know Fuller House.
which was just
I wasn't a fan. I didn't even end up watching it.
yeah. I think I watched like a couple of episodes maybe, but I didn't really like it at the end of that. You can't get over Full House though.
I just didn't like the idea of trying to bring back something like that. That would be like if they tried to bring back like The Office. Don't get me wrong, it would be cool, but it wouldn't be the same.
It just
you know?
wouldn't be good.
No.
Yeah, because then it's just a lot of forced jokes and
Definitely.
stuff like that. I bet it's people that are like super fans of Full House. It was super cool for the Full House and everything like that. But anyway, rest in peace, Bob
Yeah,
Saget, Dan
definitely.
Tanner. Anyway, enough talk about dead people. Because
wow.
we bring that up every week, but we're not gonna have one for next week.
Yeah.
So something I wanted to do today, guys, was bring up what easily distracted is because I do get a anyone who's seen the podcast, any of our friends, you know, they always, or anyone at work, at my job or anything, they ask like, "Oh, what is the podcast about?" And
Yeah,
at the
I
end
get
of the
that
day,
question too, yeah.
At the end of the day, this is just a conversation.
Yeah.
It's just a conversation between three friends where it's a comedy podcast, but not in the sense where we're forcing jokes and everything.
Yeah.
But in a sense of a lot of the stories that we have are just dumb and
Right.
funny.
Right.
So, but it's on top of that, it's a lot of other different things. It's a, you know, we do a lot of debates. We talk about events currently. We can get
Dead people.
serious. Dead people.
Dead people, yeah.
Well, like, no, but we will have like some serious conversations at some points too if something
Right.
comes up.
No,
It's-
absolutely. Yeah.
It's not just you're here for you're gonna laugh a lot while listening to us just because
I mean, I hope so.
we've known each other 10 years now. We have a lot of
10
funny
years.
stories. 10 years.
The Boston.
10 years.
Whose car we taking?
Yeah, we grew up in Dorchester together.
Bunch of townies.
We're from the rib. No, but so I looked up a generic like, oh, what should I do my podcast on? What should I talk about on my podcast?
And so what? We're just gonna.
I'm gonna read them off. We'll say, yeah, we're gonna end up doing this. Some of them I put them to make fun of, and you know, if we are or aren't gonna do it, basically.
Yeah.
Right. So, first one is top 10 list. This is a top 10 list, so we are gonna be doing.
Yeah,
it.
definitely. I could feel us doing something like
I feel
this.
like it's good to have like some sort of like list to go over because all the topics that we bring up are just discussion starters because we do get easily distracted. That's the whole point of the podcast is because we have side conversations and whatnot. So number 2 is, this is one of the funny ones. It says how to, but make it funny.
I don't think I understand the premise of the.
This is I copied and pasted this.
Okay.
It says how to make it funny. Like like a how to, like how do I do this? How do I do that? Different podcasts.
Oh,
and stuff
I don't really
like
think
that.
of that. I think I watch a lot of YouTube videos like that, so I don't
Yeah,
really think of that as like a podcast. Yeah, no, definitely not.
So this is like word by, you know, this is what it says, you know, like straight from the website. It says, maybe you could just approach the how-to podcast humorously with, Joe, I'm going to need help on that word.
Which one?
With
Anecdotal
topics such as how to fail at asking for a raise,
Right.
or how to fall off your bike in the most embarrassing way possible.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so funny. It's stupid.
Yeah.
We're not gonna. It's like you said. It's like how to do this, how to do that. It might come up, but we're not gonna just be one podcast about that because we're a variety pack of podcasts, if you will.
Shout out.
Shout out variety pack, Cam. But if we're gonna cut that out,
for those of you that don't know, Variety Pack is our
that
old
was our
YouTube channel.
failed
one of our
YouTube channel.
failed experiments.
Yeah,
I was just telling somebody about this. I told them I was like, they said to me, one in one in 7 projects succeeds or whatever, and like or what I can't remember how he said it, but he said something like that to me, and I was like, well, if that's the case, I should have a billion like succeeded
Successful,
projects.
yeah.
Yeah, because like I have started so many things and like I've tried to do so many different things, you know what I mean? I found a couple that I, you know, like this, music, stuff like that. Like those work for me, you know, and they work for us, which is great, but like all the ones that didn't work and just kind of fell out.
It's good that this isn't our first venture, you know. So
Definitely,
so
right.
this could be our successful one, you know.
I mean, I'm sure, like you said, we have plenty of other failed ones, but
Right.
anyway,
Variety Pack is definitely
Variety
stands
Pack
out.
Stands out. Well, no, it can, you know, I still believe. Anyway, we have a day in the life. That's so dumb.
Yeah.
A day in the life podcast.
No one cares about our lives.
A day in the life
Well,
of a.
I think I've seen one where I genuinely loved it.
Is it a podcast?
Yep.
What's it called?
Ricky Gervais podcast, the Ricky Gervais show.
Yeah, but it's the Ricky Gervais show. It's not a day in the life.
No,
some
but
random
there was
person.
one segment where they literally did a day in the
That's
life
fine.
of Carl Pilkington.
Yeah.
And I thought it was the
that's-
funniest
Yeah,
thing.
no, but I'm saying like, a day in the life as a teacher.
Oh,
day
no,
in the
no,
life as
no,
a
no.
librarian.
No,
Oh, this is what happens on my day to day.
definitely not.
Who cares at the end? Like, seriously.
I mean, who really cares about what we're
you
saying
guys
right
hear
now
my voice
anyway, you know?
Did your voice crack? Uh-oh.
My
said,
voice has been cracking this entire
I was
time.
like, rude.
Yeah. Oh, honestly, it is all opinionated, but like, I don't know. I couldn't sit there for an hour and listen to someone just tell me how they made their coffee in the morning.
No.
No,
Like,
no, yeah.
I don't know.
No, that's too
but,
far.
you know, to each their own.
Right.
For one that I know I can't cover is personal finance. I give the worst
Peter's
advice.
the worst.
I'm the
at
worst
his
with money.
finances, yeah.
Yeah, I don't picture you as someone who's good with money.
Oh, I'm not.
It's not something we talk about, but I
No.
don't picture you as.
No,
Peter-
I've been getting better, but I
But you
was
know what
really
though?
bad at
You
one point.
like when I'm with you, you always do have money though. You know what I mean? You're
Yeah.
never like, oh, like
Yeah, I'm never out of money.
right. Yeah.
Well,
That wasn't the case at one point. Like Peter had an addiction of buying VC, like video games, like virtual currency.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like upgrading stuff and whatnot. But anyway, I'm better now. I'm not like out of money at all, but I could be in a more comfortable spot with it. Anyway, if you guys want to Venmo me money,
Oh, shut the. Jesus Christ.
I mean, I guess we will talk about personal finance. I mean, we were with you, Cole, with your Duncan.
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
we'll bring it up. I mean, just
But
like,
we're not going to be a personal finance.
No,
podcast,
right.
this isn't
obviously.
like we're not
Yeah.
giving you advice.
That was
on
just a
finance.
story.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Number 5 is guided meditations and workouts.
I can honestly say, as far as guided meditation, we won't do it, but I enjoy stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
me and Peter, we go to this VR. I'm sorry to call you out like this, but like,
Cool.
yeah,
I'm okay with it.
yeah, we go to
I
this.
am standing right here.
Yeah, we go to this VR meditation like guided breathing type of deal, and
It's
I
super
love
cool.
it. I don't
Yeah,
know
it's
about
super
you,
cool.
but there's one instructor who is just the coolest dude.
Shout out Kyoku.
Yeah, yeah, he's fire.
Yeah, he's like Buddha.
Yeah, so he's Buddha. Yeah, he's a Buddha. His way of thinking is like very open minded, and he's very like forgiving of things.
What's
like,
in the past is in the past.
yeah,
and
yeah,
whatnot,
and it's crazy like the way he talks about like people who have passed on. Like he's like sometimes when I'm sitting in a place where I'm like the most peaceful, I'll bring the people from my past into myself and have them live out through me. And I'm like, wow, that's like incredible to
Yeah,
think like
it's
that. You
super
know what I mean?
awesome.
And I've tried. It's hard. You know what I mean?
Oh,
That's,
it
like,
takes practice like anything.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And like that's a very like emotional thing too. You know what I mean? So like shout out to him, man. Like that's
Yeah.
awesome.
What's his name?
Kiyoki.
Kiyoki.
Anyways, number 6 is news and politics.
Nope.
This is something we're not talking
No,
about.
no.
If you-
Politics. If there's something in the
News is
news,
fine.
obviously,
Yeah, yeah.
We're not bringing up politics. I'll be, what do the kids say these days? I'll keep it a buck.
Oh,
Oof.
ooh. You
don't
know what?
like
Just
that
leave
either.
that in, just
Yeah.
so people can
Right,
see what he's really like.
That was
Right, yeah.
that's not what I'm really saying. I'm trying to fit in.
And they'll
No.
never know.
I'll keep it 100 with you guys.
Okay.
Oh, still
Please stop.
All right, no, but seriously, to be serious, like we don't.
keep it a buck.
Yeah, we keep it about. Nah, we don't talk about politics on here. We're not going to talk about politics. If there's something that happens that is political, do not think, coming here will give you an answer because we just don't. My thing is, I don't care about your opinion. You shouldn't care about my opinion. Everyone's opinion
yep,
is their
yeah.
own. It's, even if the 3 of us sitting at this table, we all could have different political opinions on certain things, and we don't care because that's not what we're here for. We're here for a good time. Whenever politics is involved, it is, someone's fighting. So we're not talking about politics. The news will talk about certain things, but anything political this isn't the place for that.
Right.
That was something when we started the podcast that we made abundantly
Yeah,
clear.
that was the first rule.
Yeah,
was just like,
100%.
guys,
That was one of
no
the first
politics.
things we said was no politics, no religion. Like,
Yeah,
you
none
know
of
what I
them.
mean? Like nothing at all. Like
Everyone's
that.
opinion is their own. Whatever
Right, yeah.
whatever religion you celebrate, that's your decision. Whatever, side you stand with in politics, that is your decision.
Yeah.
I don't care. So, anyway, number 7 is
Oh God, here we go.
Uh-oh.
ASMR.
Oh.
I knew that was coming.
Ooh.
Hey guys, this is ASMR keeping it a buck.
You know what I'm gonna do in post? I'm gonna turn this way the fuck up.
Yeah, no, but we're not gonna. I think it'd be funny if we had like a couple bits doing ASMR, but this isn't. I've seen a lot of like podcasts that like are just ASMR. Like, good morning, everyone. I hope you're enjoying your drive to work today.
I can't even listen to you do that. No.
Ah.
See, you know what's funny? If I can't sleep at all, I've tried everything. I'll put on a video. I'm out. But
ASMR.
but listening to you do it, I want to throw up.
Understandable. Anyway. It's fine. All right. Number 8 is Q&A. I feel like we'll do Q&As.
I would love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, this is if we ask each other questions, that's obviously a Q&A, but we'll do, when this gets more of a following, we'll have a podcast, I feel like, where like
We have
in the
a
comments. We already have a podcast. Yeah, where do you think this is going? But this is like, put in the comments if you have any questions for us, DM us any questions, and we'll literally spend maybe half a podcast just going through.
I think that would be
questions.
awesome. I would love to do that.
Like I texted you guys. I started a Twitch, so we can always live stream too.
Yeah,
even on
that'd be
YouTube,
great.
Yeah.
even our YouTube channel.
Yeah,
we can
definitely.
We can,
So,
stream. So.
I mean, if you guys care enough, if you have any questions about us, I know some people that we already know do listen to this podcast, but I mean, hey, shout out, what is it? Lyman, Colorado. And
Is that- yeah.
yeah. Shout out the one guy in Lyman, Colorado. It's a super small like town in Colorado.
Is
like
it?
it's like, what is it? 1,800 people total in the
something like
town.
that, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. One person from there watches it. Shout out you. DM us on Instagram at Easily Distracted Podcast.
Good man.
I want you to not send us your address, but I want proof that you're from Colorado and you're our biggest fan, and we're going to tour in Colorado soon.
Just for you.
Yeah,
Just for you. We're going to go tour in what, I guess, like your, middle school's auditorium, because that's probably the biggest theater you got there. Number 9, this is a weird one.
Okay.
I want to bring this up because it's a weird one that I saw. Adults watching children's movies. I've seen some children's movies, but like
I'm not gonna lie. I watched.
yeah.
Shout
but-
out Disney.
Shout out
Yeah,
Surf's
Dis-
Up.
Pixar.
Disney. Yeah, that's no. I'm saying.
I
Like,
mean, yeah.
people making it's like reviewing children's movies. Like adults will watch a child's movie and then review it.
I mean, like I would watch it.
Yeah,
and,
I watch.
and have an opinion about
Yeah.
it, but I would never make a podcast.
Yeah,
doing
but
it,
I'm
you
not
know?
doing like I'm not making a podcast for watching children's movies.
I don't get
just
how
find
that's
it kind
that's a thing.
I don't.
That would-
I'd say about 8 out of 10 of these, I would say I would not do.
No, yeah.
No, definitely not.
And then 10 investigation. True crime's huge in the podcast world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're good. I like
I'd
them.
be in. I mean, Criminal Minds, great show. Love
Yeah,
Criminal Minds.
definitely.
I'm so fascinated by that kind of stuff. But
Yeah.
so we could bring it up. There's some of these like top 10 to
Yeah. Try that again.
top 10 lists. It's something we're going to be doing a lot. Obviously, this is a top 10 list. Well, honestly, I do all the research for these, and I do the research for the podcast, and I do try to fit everything in. Like, okay, let me make a top 10 list for the week. Just have conversations about this kind of stuff. You're staring at me. I can feel you.
Sorry.
I
was just listening to you, yeah.
How to, but make it funny. We don't have to make it funny. I don't know.
We are funny.
Yeah, I don't want to sound ignorant, but I feel like we're pretty funny people. We don't need to force any jokes. 3, a day in the life. No. Not gonna happen. Personal finance. No. Guided meditation and workouts.
No.
No, we're
No.
not. I don't know how we're gonna be able to do that.
News, maybe. Politics, no, not at all. ASMR, I think it'd be funny to have a bit, but it's not going to be something we're going to be focusing on.
Nope. Yeah.
Q&A could be a big one that we do.
Definitely.
Maybe like end of the podcast, we'll answer like a couple of questions every week and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And then 9, adults watching the
Nope.
children's movie.
It's
I just thought that was funny.
Yeah.
And then the investigation, it could be brought up. I'm not saying it's like...
We're not gonna be. a
No,
true
not
crime
religious
podcast.
to it.
Yeah.
No. I think that's dope though that people do that. I
Yeah.
didn't even know that that's a thing.
Anyway, we're going to take a break.
Yep. Yeah.
Now, what's that on the old like movies when you're doing a drive-through? It's time for intermission. All right, so this is where we usually have sponsors. We will eventually get sponsors, but something that we had discussed was we're going to start doing shout-outs on nonprofit organizations, ones that don't really get a lot of attention, ones that need a little bit of help. If you know of a nonprofit organization that you would want us to support, email us at what is the Easily Distracted Pod, or is it Easily Distracted Pod?
Easily distracted pod at gmail.com.
Easily Distracted Pod at gmail.com. Email us any information that you would want us to do. We think it'd be a really cool cause that we could really help out on. I see a lot of videos of kids that have certain diseases that I've never even heard of, And I just think it stinks that they don't really get the recognition that they would. I know this isn't like a big platform yet to put it out on, but I really think any little bit can help. So we're going to be starting that up soon. So please email the podcast. You can DM me personally. So please, any nonprofit that you're super passionate about, even one that you've heard that you'd want to raise awareness for, I think it'd be a super cool cause, and any impact helps. So back to the show. We're back.
Yep.
All right. So something else I wanted to bring up that I was talking to my coworker about is like, this is more of a high school thing, but when people celebrate like anniversaries, that's only like, oh, happy
Couple months.
unnecessary. No, but like unnecessary ones, like, oh,
Week
happy
anniversary.
Yeah, like, oh, I saw one time. I was like, oh, happy 3-week anniversary.
No
the love of my life.
no
Yeah,
way.
Swear to God.
You're talking
No,
shit.
I swear to God. And then I'm like, that's done in another like 2 weeks, and they were done in like 2 more weeks. Oh my
3
God, I
weeks.
love you so much.
No,
you're the best
no,
thing to
you're
ever
lying.
happen
There's
to me.
there's no way that the
It's
3-week one said this.
Dude,
What grade were you in when you saw this? Or how old were you?
I've seen
was
some
like-
very
it
recently.
was like a year and a half ago.
Oh.
It was probably the same
or
one.
or like random appreciation post from the
Random impeachment.
a random impeachment.
Hey, I thought we said no politics.
No, a random appreciation post for the love of my life. Oh my God, you're the best thing to ever happen to me.
Now, if they're dating for a while, great.
Right.
So happy for you
I've-
and your future, whatever you want them to be. Dude, if it's like any less than like 3 years before you say love of my life,
It's okay. Here's my rules, right? If you're gonna post, if this is more high school, like I said, but it's like, if you want to do something 1 month, whatever. But really, it's 6 months, and then it's yearly.
yeah.
And even like, I mean, it was me and my girlfriend's 3-year anniversary like a couple weeks ago. I put something on, like we just put something on our Instagram stories. Like it wasn't
Yeah.
like a big post or anything like that.
Yeah.
And it's just because like people that do that are just seeking validation. I don't know if I'm like speaking out
No,
of turn here.
absolutely.
But like,
I mean-
it's like, pay attention to my relationship. It's still thriving.
Well, the thing about social media, you hit it right on the head just now. This goes for everything. Everyone is just seeking validation.
Yeah, I was just
Now-
gonna say that. Yeah, yeah.
Dude, girls post a selfie. Guys do this too. I just see this more with girls. I'm not judging. I'm just saying it happens. And they'll put it everywhere, like, "Oh, go like my selfie." Like you're dropping an album. Like, dude, it's a
Like
picture.
they post a selfie and then they put it
Unless
on
your
their
picture is an NFT, I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear about it. Nothing.
Yeah.
Like,
Even NFTs. now.
Yeah.
No, right. Even NFTs.
I'd rather
get
see a
that away.
selfie than an
Yeah,
NFT.
like get that away from me. Like that aggravates me because here I am. I'll be like working so hard on something. I'll get like 60 likes. A girl will turn around and post and take a picture, or someone will take it of her and she posts it. She gets like 2,000 likes. And I'm like, that's not hard work.
Yeah.
It's not. Sorry. It makes me so mad. I have a lot of built up rage inside of me
Yeah.
right now about this. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
It's like, just even with this whole Duncan thing, I'm just having a bad week.
Yeah.
I'm just having a bad
Yeah,
week.
Cole decided to watch a really sad video during our intermission.
Yeah, and
so-
no, now I'm even more mad. Like,
so he's
guy,
just really
yeah,
upset.
definitely. Oh,
No, but I get what you mean. Like they post like, it's anyone. They'll post a picture, and then they'll put it on their story.
like,
And
oh,
like,
go
they're
like
go
my,
like this. I'm
yeah.
like,
Oh,
I'm not gonna like it.
no, yeah. I'm gonna unfollow you. Is what I'm gonna
Yeah.
do.
It
If
honestly
I-
pisses me off more when guys do it.
Yeah,
though.
when guys do it.
Then I almost like DM them and I'm like, come on, dude. Like,
Yeah.
you're better than this. You know.
No, but it's like if I've already liked the picture,
Yeah.
like I'll go back and unlike it just because you put it on your story and say like my picture. Now that I just want to do a quick shout out here. If you guys are listening to the podcast, you guys want to go check it out. We do this on YouTube too. We record all the podcasts.
Right.
I know we do have a lot of audio listeners.
Yep.
So if you guys want to go check that out, but
Yeah.
anyway, yeah. So I think it's kind of good that we do the video too, though, just because a
It's
lot
my
of
favorite part.
yeah, I think a big part of like story is like a visual.
Definitely.
Yeah, and it's
You
like
sound like a writer or like a
I
director.
think-
Yeah.
Well, personally, I really think that a big part of story is visualizing.
Yeah.
Really good detail.
That's
the
the That's
characters
the
and
image
the
I got
plot.
when you just said that.
But Cole, you brought up a really good thing that I kind of want to do, which
Did I?
is to make a movie.
Yes.
Yeah, because
Yes.
I mean, I think you've already explained your movie to me because you said you like had a dream about it one time
Mm-hmm.
where you just literally made an entire movie.
Well, you know what sucks is I said this, right? And I don't know if I heard it like unconsciously, like while I was sleeping, and then I woke up and like was like, oh my God, what a movie I just thought of. But like literally, this is what happened. I thought of the movie. I told everybody, great idea. Guys, thought of a movie. Like a month later, I'm like watching like a podcast or like, as I do when I'm trying to sleep. And in this, they literally like almost verbatim what
Was the same
was
movie?
the story. And then get this. I read the comments and they were like, oh, Black Mirror stole this idea. And I'm like, dude, are you kidding me? So this wasn't even my story after all. Like,
Oh, you just got it from Black Mirror?
no, I
Or
got
you
it from a
that
podcast, which Black Mirror stole from them, and then I saw the podcast and I dreamt about it and I thought it was my idea. Like, it was so weird.
Well, because dreams are weird.
Yeah,
I think we talked about this on the remote one. So we
I,
can
Yeah.
talk about
I
it
think
now.
so. Yeah.
Yeah, so we can talk about it now. Dreams are weird.
Well,
bro.
I only dream when I'm drunk. Does that happen to you guys?
I dream all the time.
Do you?
Yeah.
I
I
wish.
Well, not all the
dream-
time, but like
yeah.
I know. Okay, so like I'm aware that I dream a lot,
yeah.
but I don't remember the dream the next
Oh,
morning.
yeah,
Or
that's what I was
I
trying
do
to
like
say.
sporadic details of the dream. If I am like drunk though, I remember the dream the next morning.
Mm-hmm.
So like I know like you dream every night, but you're just not
Yeah.
aware of it.
Yeah.
When you wake up in the morning, you're not like aware of the dream. Or you know what's even weirder? This happened to me literally like like Friday night going into Saturday was I was like, have you guys ever like just laid in your bed, eyes closed, you're kind of like half dreaming and stuff like that, but you're still like aware that you're like
I love that.
yeah, like
Yeah.
I have,
I
like-
can get into this lucid
I
dreaming
know, it's
out of
so
body
awesome.
experience.
it's
I can
not
get into that
it's
later.
not even just like lucid dreaming. It's like you're half asleep, but you're also like obviously you're half awake too.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was laying in bed with my eyes closed for like 2 hours, and then I just like opened my eyes and I was wide awake at like 2 a.m. and I'm
Yeah.
like, wow, I really honestly haven't gotten like any actual sleep. Right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
It's weird, but
It's crazy because like, dude, the whole lucid dreaming, like that whole subject, like you said, I could go on about, and I don't even know that much about it, but it's so fascinating. Like you have to have a certain diet, like there's certain like things you have to do before you go to sleep.
Yeah, they're like because I had this, and I'm sure I'm gonna get into this like in the future
Yeah.
with different podcasts, but there are like levels to lucidity,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because I had one where I had like almost an out of body experience, but not yet.
Yeah.
It was really weird. I'll have to get into that later, but and then I did some research on it, and it's like levels. So you have to train your brain
Right.
through the levels before you're able to completely control your dreams. Because like you could think that you're dreaming, but you're also going through with the dream. You know what I mean? You think that you might be changing it, but you're
Right.
not really.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Wow. Dude, yeah, because it's so funny because like the whole levels thing, you just reminded me of this the story I heard one time. So I truly believe that there are like lucid dream guards. Like in lucid dreaming, like the government has these guards. This is not politic talk. This is just like a theory I have that I really believe.
Right. It's your own
someone
conspiracy.
give
Yeah,
Cole his
definitely.
tinfoil hat.
So there was this guy, and he was talking about like lucid dreaming, whatever, and he went to the White House, and he tried to get in his lucid dream,
Right.
and there were these guards that they like, will say he like they tased him, and he just like he stopped and he couldn't get in, and then he got put back into his body from like so like. Imagine you being in your lucid dream, trying to get somewhere, and someone was like, "No," like you know what I mean.
Well, that's
And-
also that could just be because his mind wasn't.
His mind
wasn't on
knows
the
that he's
level.
not supposed to be.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
not supposed to be. like,
Subconsciously,
doing,
he
yeah,
knows.
exactly. Well, because the whole I'm a psych major. Like it's all dream analysis. Sigmund Freud. Like
yeah,
dreams are weird. Like
Yeah.
I mean, Freud was a weirdo.
I
anyway,
also
but-
don't understand how people's dreams like have like whenever someone tells me their dreams, they're like, oh, they're like go through this whole storyline and like this entire plot, and I'm like every time that I remember my dreams, they don't make sense to the point where I wake up, I'm like, how did I even go through with that? Why wasn't I able to lucid dream? Because I know now, like, didn't make any sense.
Right,
you know?
right. Yeah, I don't get it.
It's
I'm
almost
in the
like
same
that meme of it's like SpongeBob's house, but then like they're like GTA like bicycle is like in there.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what my dreams look like.
Yeah.
You know?
No, literally. Like mine are they're just absolutely random. They're just I don't even know how to explain
This is
them because
actually
they don't make sense.
going into a good, like a fun fact that I looked up. I follow this Instagram page. I don't know what I can't remember what the handle is, but they have like weird, like uncommon, like facts that that you don't really ever think of. Did you guys know that in dreams, like when you jump or like when you're like are gonna die in a dream, that's like the dream just stops immediately because your brain doesn't know what it's like to die.
Wow, yeah.
So because all a dream is just different. If you're in a crowd of people, say you're walking down the street of New York in your dream, right? Or
Okay.
you're walking the streets of Boston in your dream, and you just think there's random people walking by, right?
Now, do you know
Every
it's a dream
sing-
or are you?
No,
I'm
it's
saying
like when you wake up, you're like, oh, that was a dream.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah,
like
yeah.
when like in your dream, you're just walking down a street in Boston, and there's just random people walking around, pedestrians just walking around, right? Every single one of those pedestrians, there could be 1,000 pedestrians. Every single one of them you've seen before in your life.
Right, like
Wow.
the entire time that you've been conscious.
You've
like,
been
Yeah,
it's
and
just
you've
because
seen
they're
that
just
your brain
in your
has processed,
subconscious.
Yeah. and
So
you've
it
seen
could
them.
be a random face, even if you're
Even if you don't remember them
even if you don't
either.
remember them. You could be walking down the street in like real, like not in a dream when you're like
Yeah.
conscious and awake, and you just see someone out of the corner of your eye that's literally just walking by, and they don't really grab your attention, but since your eyes saw them, they immediately their face goes into your subconscious.
It's so crazy. Like your mind has like a system of like the people, and it's like it goes into the into your records in your head.
Yeah, it's the id.
Because this
Yeah.
has happened to
Yeah.
me before. I used to deliver pizza to this guy a couple of years ago, and I'd say like maybe 5 years ago. And he's a super nice guy, man. And like I only saw him like once a week, maybe. You know what I mean? So like he wasn't like a huge part of my life, but like I just remember him because he was a nice guy.
Yeah.
A couple years later, I wasn't even working at the pizza place anymore that I was delivering for, and I just had a dream. We were just hanging out, like fishing.
Yeah,
and I was
that's what
like,
I
bro,
mean.
what the fuck? Like,
Yeah, it's anyone that you have ever seen in your life.
Yeah.
They're all in your subconscious.
Yeah.
So it's like I said, it's the 1,000 people that you see in your dream while you're walking down like the streets of Boston. You have seen them before, and you might not even know it.
yeah,
You know what I
crazy.
mean? Like if you looked, obviously again this is going into like lucid dreaming, but like if you had the ability to like stop and look at every single person, there could be another person in a random crowd on the other side of the street, and you'd be like, oh, I went to high school with that kid, and he's just
So
walking down
weird,
the street.
yeah.
Okay, I have a story.
Okay.
It's not my story. It's something that it was a video that I watched, but because I guess I'm just on Lucid Dream TikTok, but and it really freaked me out. So this girl, she's probably like our age.
Okay.
She had a lucid dream, right? And she heard that if you tell like the projection in your dream that you know that you're dreaming, like you can like talk to your subconscious or whatever.
Yeah.
Again, levels of lucidity, it doesn't happen.
Yeah,
You know,
it's
until
crazy,
you
though, yeah.
But she did that, right?
Yeah.
And so she's holding her mom's hand. And
So
she's
she was
like-
talking to her mom then.
She was talking to her mom.
Okay, yeah, in her
And
subconscious.
yeah, and then she knew that she was dreaming, so she's like, I know I'm dreaming. Like I know what I'm dreaming.
Yeah.
And so so the mom wasn't really, she's like, oh, like, no, you're not, you know, whatever. And then so she's like, no, I know I'm dreaming. And the mom puts her hands over her face, right?
Yeah.
And she's still saying, I know I'm dreaming. And she takes off her hands, and she's like, you're not supposed to know that. And
Oh,
but
shit.
her face was she had no eyes, like her face was like just
Oh.
I was like,
bro, fuck.
that night-
Oh my god.
yeah. That night I had a lucid dream. I'm in my grandmother's house, and they're like there's my mom, my grandmother, and then two of my grandmother's friends. I've probably seen them before,
Right,
but
yeah.
you've seen them before.
and
It's
So
probably
I'm like,
wait. I'm sorry to cut you off, but it's probably just like two old people that you've seen like will come in.
Yeah.
you know what this lady that I'm about to talk about? She looks like the Elise from Insidious. She looks like that
Okay,
actress.
yeah.
Okay. So I think it was her. I think it was like my
I don't
projection
know.
of her.
I
But
haven't seen it.
so
Too
I'm like
scary.
looking around. I'm like something's just not right. Like I don't know if it was just like the layout of my grandmother's house in my dream, but so I'm looking around and this Elise, right? She sits down in the chair in front of me and is like reading a newspaper, or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I know I'm dreaming.
Did you
And
tell
I'm like
her?
looking around, I'm like, they're gonna know. They're gonna know I'm dreaming. And I don't know if like my anxiety was kind of like what's it
Even
called?
in dreams, you have major anxiety.
No, but it projected itself. It projected itself as this noise, as this high pitched screech that was just getting louder
Oh,
and
wow.
louder.
So it's
And I'm
just
like, they know.
accumulating
Yeah,
it,
I'm like,
yeah.
they know. And so for
Oh my
some reason,
God.
I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, well, they know. So I just glare right at Elise.
It's scary, just doing it to me.
Yeah, and she like looks down from her paper, and she like kind of like looks like this, and then she was like, and locks eyes, and then I
bro.
boom, and my dream starts to flicker, and then I wake up.
Dude.
Yo, I hate
It was
when a
like
dream flickers.
yeah,
You're like,
it was
"No,
like
no, no,
2:30.
no,
It was 2:30 in the morning when I woke up, and I was like,
I bet you
Oh,
had a
no.
hard time going back to bed.
yeah, I'm like, am I dreaming right now? Like, are they, you know?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna try to progress in the levels that way.
Yeah.
That
Let
doesn't
me know
happen.
how
Yeah,
that
guys,
goes.
send Joe some acid.
Yeah, because
so he
well, yeah, but like once you experience all those levels, you're able to talk to your subconscious.
Now, do you have a diet that you do? Because I've heard like very like in-depth things about this. Like,
No, you know, I when I had that out of body experience, I literally had Tyson's chicken bites, and then I took a nap right after. So that wasn't
Wow.
unhealthy. That's probably why I didn't actually do it. But
Yeah.
I'll talk about that right now. Actually,
Yeah.
just like really quickly. I'm laying down on my bed flat, and I'm just taking a nap, and all of a sudden,
after the
I,
Tyson chicken nuggets.
yeah,
Yeah.
and so I think that's
Fire.
what
Shout
really
out
did me
Tyson,
dirty.
sponsor us.
Yeah. And so I'm like laying there, I'm like trying to fall asleep, and all of a sudden I go into sleep paralysis, right? And yeah, and so like there's this roaring noise, like white noise. But I can hear my dad like screaming at Peter.
Was this real life, Peter?
No. I when I woke up, Peter wasn't even home. This was like after class when I came home.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I just think that my subconscious, like,
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I don't want to cut you off, but sometimes I'll just be like in my room and like I don't know if I'm like dozing off or taking a nap, and I'll just suddenly like in the back of my head I'll just hear my dad like telling me to come downstairs or something, and I'm like, what? And my mom's like, wait, what's wrong? He's like, is dad like? I'm like, is dad calling me? He's like, no, dad's at work. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, that was weird.
Yeah. Anyway, so that happens, right? And I guess that if you follow through with the sleep paralysis, and this is after I did this, like I did the research, but I'm like laying there, and all of a sudden, like the white noise just stops, and I feel a tug, like right where like my tailbone is, just
Yeah.
pulling upwards, like not my shirt or anything,
On
just
your
like
lower spine?
my lower spine, just
Ugh.
pulling up, and I freaked out, and I woke up.
Wow.
Yeah, and I talked to my mom about it, and she's like, I was thinking that she was gonna think I'm crazy, like
No,
she's like,
yeah, but
she's like, no, like your dad has had those experiences before where he's woken up, like and sat up, looked down, he's out of his body, and
Yeah.
he looks forward, and there's like a face that just like kind of with
Shout out Doctor Strange.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. And that's why I like that movie so much, because I had already like experienced this.
Yeah,
So
you
that's why
brought
I'm
that
very
up after you
fascinated in
saw
this.
it.
Like
I
I did
think
a
it's
bunch of
great,
research.
yeah.
So
Peter, you reminded me of something funny. So last week I slept at somebody's house, and I was sleeping. It was like 7 a.m. And now you guys know I'm normally I sleep in late, like on weekends.
you're an
and stuff.
avid sleeper, yeah.
Yeah, right.
I'm a huge
Now
sleep
I
guy.
go to bed very late though. Do you know what I mean? So like I don't
Yeah.
sleep great as it is.
Like if you went to bed at like a normal time, you'd be up at like 5. Probably.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. That like if I went to bed
But since you
at-
go to bed at 2, you wake up at like 9.
Exactly, right. And even like on the days I work, I still go to bed at 2, but I wake up at 7. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like
Yeah.
or sometimes earlier. It just all depends, but I slept at this person's house, and I went to bed, and then it was like I think it was 2 when I went to bed. I had just finished watching Afterlife, season 3, shout out season 3 by the way. But I had finished watching it, and I woke up like talking. I was like, I don't remember what was happening in my head, but I
Yeah.
just remember I woke up, I was like, yeah. And I like woke up and I was like, there's nobody here. Like, and it was so weird, and I could not go back to sleep. It was the weirdest shit I had ever seen in my life. But Yeah, I don't know. It was crazy.
Going off of dreams, and this is I used to sleepwalk a lot.
Yep.
Like sleepwalk.
My brother did too,
I used
yeah.
to sleep.
Our
I
brother
probably,
too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Johnny. Oh my God, Johnny used to just like shout out Johnny. Hi Johnny.
Nice.
He used to. We were younger.
Shout out Mason.
We were younger. He'd go to bed, and we'd be sitting on the couch downstairs, and
Downstairs.
He would,
Your
Downstairs.
accent is crazy
guys,
right now.
stop. well, like we'll be on the couch downstairs,
There you go.
and we'll be like watching TV with my mom, and he would just come and sit at the base of the stairs and just stare at us blankly, and we're
Oh.
like, oh, he's dreaming. But you're not supposed to wake up someone that's like sleepwalking.
No, of course
So
not.
we're just like, we'll just let it run its course. Or like my mom would be like, oh, you want to go back to bed? He's like, yeah.
Yeah. You have to make it seem like
Yeah.
it's their idea.
So
I might have one that tops that.
one time it was in the morning. This was 10 years ago now.
Yes.
I was, guys, knock it off. It's how I talk. Sorry. But
I've never. Okay, keep going.
well, yeah, but now you have headphones on, so you have to focus on how I talk.
Right.
But-
Yeah.
So it was 10 years
Yeah.
ago, and I was sleeping, and I think it was like some weekend. I was up in the morning, or it was before I woke up, but no. Scratch.
The morning.
It's just, I don't know what to say. It's just how.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so we should start that.
No,
Are we
we
done?
keep that in. I love it.
No, I had to restart anyway because I fucked up the story. Because it was that night. My mom was still up downstairs watching TV, and in my dream for some reason, so we have the staircase going up to like my room and stuff like that. You know, that landing.
Yeah.
There's a window. We have like a big window.
You peed
like,
out the
on
window.
the landing. No.
No.
In my dream, I remember this still to this day vividly. I walked out of my room,
Yeah.
and there was like stuff like in the front yard. So in my dream, I jumped into the front yard from the top of the landing, from the top of the staircase. I jumped into the front yard. There's like lines and everything there, and then I got woken up by my mom. I got out of my bed and jumped down the stairs, like leaped down. Like my mom, she just heard a huge crash.
There's at least like 7 or 8 steps in that before you.
Like,
Oh, I know.
yeah.
I've been in your
And
house. Yeah.
You
heard
them.
all that,
I
yeah.
cleared them.
Yeah.
And I just fell on and I was still asleep. My mom thought I was like unconscious or something.
Uninjured, like
Yeah.
completely.
I was
unscathed.
completely
fine,
fine.
yeah.
And I just like woke up and she's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "What happened?" Like, you just jumped down the stairs. And I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. Like I feel fine. But I just remember it's crazy how stuff like that can happen. But
I'm gonna tell you one thing that my brother did that is just like that because we're running out
Yeah,
of time,
wrap
so we're
it
gonna
up.
wrap it up. But my brother sleepwalks or used to. I don't know if he does anymore. He yells in his sleep a lot, just like ah. But it's weird, man. I'll text him and be like, "Yo, you good, bro?" Never answer.
Yeah, right.
But anyway, we were young. We were still living in Rhode Island at the time, and he was like, he just wakes up one day. My mom was still awake, and he just walks over, and he walks over to the stairs. He just opens the door, pulls down his pants, and just starts peeing down the stairs. So I guess he thought it was the bathroom, but you can't stop them. So my mom was
Right.
just watching him, just like letting him
she
pee,
was
letting him
probably
pee.
so mad.
Yeah. Oh, she thought it was so funny though.
Well, I know, but
Just letting him pee. You know what I mean?
but she's the one that's gonna have to clean it up.
Right. Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
but anyway,
All right.
I think that's about time to wrap it up here.
Yeah.
So you guys can, follow us on all social medias, Instagram,
All schmedias.
all schmedias, all the schmedias. Follow us.
Your accent is off the walls today.
Yeah.
I don't. It's just how I don't even like hear it.
All right. Let's just wrap this up.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, but it's. Where was I?
You were wrapping it up.
Oh, I am wrapping.
Talking
up.
about schmedias.
Right, because I have to talk. So we're follow us on all the schmedias, Instagram, Easily Distracted Pod, on the TikTok. What is that? Easily Distracted Podcast.
Yes.
Yes.
Easily Distracted Podcast on TikTok. Twitter's at @edistractedpod. We don't use Twitter. We could start. We'll start posting like clips and stuff like that in there. But we
definitely.
don't really
Yeah.
use that. Joe just started a Twitch. I don't know if it's gonna be streaming. Anyway, follow the show, like it, Subscribe to us on YouTube. If you are listening to the audio, subscribe to us on YouTube. You can get the whole video on there. We'll post the clips on Instagram, TikTok. Like the show, tell a friend about it. Please share it if you guys enjoy it. It's the best. We got so much love from the first episode. We really cannot thank you guys enough. I know we're running out of time.
10 seconds. I love you.
Okay, I love you. Bye.
Easily distracted.
Dibs.
Yeah.